There we go. Turn on the microphone, dummy. Well, I was over on Twitch streaming over there. Nobody really showed up. So I said, I'll just come over here and do it on YouTube again. The heck with it. I guess people like me doing it on YouTube more than Twitch. I don't know what I'm going to stream on. Yeah, see, already I got 6 people over here. Hey, Super Brett Smith, and hey, GameZar. How's it going, man? Oh, hopefully I won't have any trolls. But we will see. Yeah, GameZar. I set up a Twitch account because the last time I streamed, I couldn't see anybody's questions because the stream was being spammed and there was a bunch of stuff just flying up the crazy screen, and I couldn't read people's questions. Decided to go over and try Twitch because that has a little bit more better controls over that. And I've done I think a couple streams over there, and I've had a few people show up, but not as many as I have when I do it on YouTube. So I guess I'm just going to do it on YouTube, I guess, and not worry about doing it on Twitch anymore. I'll think of something. And I'm rambling. That's what the show's about. It's about rambling. Yay! Hey, Begals, how's it going? Don't worry about it, Super Brett Smith. It's no big deal. I didn't think people would go over to Twitch from here very much. So I got like 28 followers over there right now, which is okay. It's not too bad. But I'm trying to figure out where I want to stream from. If I want to keep streaming from YouTube, or do I want to stream from Twitch? I don't know. Because I got coming up. Oh, well, let me get this out here. I got stuff laying everywhere. The game cave is a mess. Sunday, I'm streaming this guy on Sunday, the TurboGrafx Mini. And I've got it set up to be streaming on Twitch right now. So I don't know if I should stream it on Twitch or should I just go ahead and stream it over here on YouTube Sunday afternoon. I just don't know. Just can't figure out what I'm going to do about this Twitch stuff. I mean, this streaming stuff. But anyway, who all we got here so far? Let's see. Who's in the chat? Who's in here? Well, I got more people here than I did over Twitch. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, I know you guys are here for stuff I want to talk about. And my pickups. So yeah, Joseph is saying YouTube, please. Matter of fact, since I got GameZar here, GameZar, you've become a moderator. Pow! You've become a moderator. So basically, if you could, if you see people starting to spam the chat, kick them off or whatever, so I can see questions from people who want to ask me questions. Hey, Steven, how's it going, man? Oh, Super Brett got a TurboGrafx passed down to him from his dad. That's cool. Oh, none of the cards work. Oh, man. I mean, does it even power on or anything? Does the screen do anything? It could be just a dirty cartridge connector or something like that. That could be causing you some problems, or a bad power switch or something. The TurboGrafx aren't too bad to work on. Hey, Mike Manners. You know about the Atari 26 online multiplayer. There's a website where you can do it for free. No. I did not know about that. If you have a link to it, share a link in the chat, and I'll save it, and I'll go check it out. I mean, something might be fun to do is do an online 2600 gaming session with some people. I think it'd be pretty cool. Oh, but Giles, you do Pico 8 games? Base Attack. When you get that finished, you gotta let me know, because I absolutely love playing those homemade games on that Pico 8 fantasy console. There's some really incredible stuff over there. Really love it. So my first thing I want to talk about here real quick, while I'm looking at the chat here, is I ordered one of those new Replicate asteroids machines. They're about like that tall. Looks like little miniature asteroids. I've got the Tempest and the Centipede, because I love Centipede. Well, my wife loves Centipede. She freaking stole the Centipede out of my room. All it's here is the box. She stole the unit. And I got my Tempest. Well, they're putting out asteroids now. Looks like a neat little cabinet. They're putting out two versions. They're putting out one that looks like it's brand new. And they have a limited edition one. It's limited to like 500. Where it has like blue T-molding on it. It's kind of weathered, like it's been refurbished. It even has like little miniature cigarette burns on it. I don't know how I feel about those limited edition ones like that. No. I passed on that and decided to get the one that looks brand new. They're doing pre-orders right now until November 4th. And then they're going to close the pre-orders for it. So if you're interested in those little Replicates, and you're interested in the little asteroids machine, pop over to their site, replicate.com or New Wave Toys or something like that, and get it on the pre-order. It's pretty cool. Lexophile page? What's Lexophile, Begalis? I'm not too familiar with that. Huh. Javatari. Okay, Mike, I'll check that out. I'll look that up. Javatari. Goes down smooth. Let's see. What's the other thing I want to talk about here? I already talked about I guess, Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. I guess I'll do the TurboGrafx mini stream on YouTube. I'm getting a whole lot more people if you're interacting than I was over at my Twitch channel. Just remember, don't hit Super Chat. I'm not looking for any kind of donations or nothing like that. I feel funny about getting money from people doing something I enjoy doing, a hobby, so please don't do that. I need to turn it off before I start streaming. I keep forgetting. I'm not all here anymore. Anyway, did you guys see the announcement for that little Atari Pong Jr. machine? It's about like this big. Has two little dials on it, and they look like they're rotary dials, so they're not clickety-clickety. And it just plays one game, though, Pong. I'm on the fence about it. I guess it's going to depend on how much they're going to charge for it. I guess it's going to be sold through Arcade 1-Up, will be a distributor, but they're not making it. It's made by a company called UNS or UNS or something like that, where these people make these different arcade games and things like that. And then they're making this little Pong console. And I watched a little sizzle video for it, and I got onto their live stream. They had like a virtual expo of all the stuff they were doing. They had a presentation for the Atari Pong Jr. Didn't really say much about it. They showed the same sizzle reel again, talked a little bit about it. Didn't reveal the price or anything else. So I'm really curious about what it is, how much it's going to be. It's supposed to come out before the holidays. So we'll find out soon enough. Oh, okay, Big Alice. That's where all the developers post their games, the main Pico 8 games. Well, cool! I gotta go check that out. I've been finding a lot of cool Pico 8 games. A lot of fun. So that's all the stuff I want to talk about on the Ramblins part. So let's look at one of the pickups I have here. I went to Cracker Barrel to get one of my favorite breakfasts. I like getting Uncle Herschel's favorite, which has grits and sugar-cured ham, eggs over easy, biscuits and gravy, and what else? Hash brown casserole. That is my favorite breakfast to eat at Cracker Barrel. While I was there, I went and checked their little toy section they have in the back corner. They have this little rotary thing you can spin around where they put the world's smallest stuff on it. And I have found one of those Hello Kitty little Pac-Man tiny arcades. This is kind of cool. It's like a little combination thing of Hello Kitty and Pac-Man, where the mazes are themed Hello Kitty and Pac-Man runs around in there. And I watched my buddy Phil, the No Swear Gamer, when he made a video on this. And one of his viewers was talking about, I guess, the games in here are basically from a 2017 mobile app where they did a mashup with Pac-Man and Hello Kitty. I'll have to check that out before I make a video on this and see what that was, because I don't remember it. But it's a neat little cabinet. I wasn't going to pick it up, but, you know, I got all the other tiny arcades up here on my shelf, so I figured, okay, I want to have the complete set. I'll go ahead and pick it up. I wish they would do more games, you know, like a Zaxxon or something like that. Yeah, Dino Guy, I can make my own cigarette burns, yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's see, what else we got here? The other one I picked up, which I wasn't really interested, but again, I wanted to get the complete set, was I picked up that little Turtle Fighter game. Now, this is not the Ninja Turtles arcade game. It's some kind of custom game or something, I think. It's a cute little cabinet. Nickelodeon Turtle Fighter. Yeah, you see it's burning. Oh, you can't really see it. Contrast is too high. Yes, but guys, these tiny arcades are dreams. Oh man. Oh boy. I'm gonna butcher your name. Mr. Neil Esquire. There we go. His dream tiny arcade would be a simulated pinball baby Pac-Man. You know, that would be awesome. That would really be cool, actually. You have a little joystick in the middle and have little buttons on the side for the flippers and do the dual screen. A screen down here on the bottom of the screen. That would be really awesome. Pretty cool. Oh, man. So, what else we got here? Oh, another pickup I have is I finally got that last Namco Museum game, Encore. This is only available in Japan. So I was able to get a hold of this to complete this set, so I want to make a video on this one as well. It's got a nice collection of games on it, like King of Loon, Motos, Sky Kid, Dragonfire, Rolling Thunder, one I can't read, another one I can't read. Oh, let's see what else I got. Oh, for the 2600, I got a hold of Commando. So I'm slowly getting a nice collection of all the arcade ports to 2600. This is what I've been looking for quite a while. And I also picked up TaxScan for the 2600. This is another pretty cool arcade game translation to the 2600. I've got SubScan, so now I got its brother TaxScan. Pretty cool. And I found something else I think will be a lot of fun to do. I don't know if I'll live stream this or not, but I picked up one of those DIY tiny arcade kits. This is a little clear arcade machine you put together. It comes preloaded with 3 games. You can add more games to it with a little micro SD card. So I think it'd be kind of fun to either do this on a live stream and put it together and then play it, or maybe I'll just make a video. I'm not for sure what I want to do with it. But it's got Tetris in it, so I'm already very happy. Let's see. For the Toy Tomb, I got a hold of one of these R2-D2 Sphero droids. Now, I really like R2-D2. out of the Star Wars movies. I had one of those BB-8 Spheros. It was okay. I gave it to my buddy Chris Call, the Atari creep. Maybe because I found this. I wanted this more than that BB-8. So I'm looking forward to doing a video on this guy for the Toy Tomb. Should be a really fun video. And the last thing I picked up, which I'm pretty stoked about, is the Dark Tower game for the Vectrex. Now, this is not like the 80s game itself. You're basically looking for the Dark Tower like you do in the board game, which I've got back there on my shelf. But you're roaming around the countryside. You got 4 different quadrants you're in, and the trees look different. You're looking for chests, look for bags of gold. You can buy power-ups. You got to avoid the plague, and there's brigands that run around in there. You got to fight. It's actually pretty cool. This was a prototype game that wasn't released, but Sean Kelly got this version released. It's got an enhanced version on it as well. Comes with an overlay, a nice little instruction manual. It looks just like it would had it come out for the Vectrex back in the day. So I'm really, really happy to have this for my Vectrex. I plan on doing a Vectrex radio episode about this, along with another game, Rick and I. And plus, I'm going to be making a video where we play this game. I'm thinking about maybe streaming playing this game. What do you guys think? Would you like to see me stream this game on my Vectrex while I play it and mess around with it? It'll probably be pretty boring because I'm not very good at playing video games. But it could be hilarious, too. You never know. I'm pretty stoked about having that in my collection again. All right. Who else? Oh, got a new guy here. Eb Wars. Hey, Eb Wars. How's it going? Oh, that's cool, Digger Man. You found a Mindstorm overlay. Yeah, I've got my Mindstorm overlay over there. Stephen Cray, if you look him up over on Vectrex Fans Unite, he makes a lot of really cool custom overlays. It's very cool. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people wanted me to do a Vectrex live stream. Vectrex live stream playing Dark Tower. Maybe I might go ahead and do that. Maybe that'll be something I'll do next weekend or something. I'll think about how I want to do it. Maybe I'll stream that, and maybe I'll stream some more of that USA Zombie Apocalypse for the Halloween weekend. Maybe I'll do that. What do you guys think of that? USA Zombie Apocalypse and Dark Tower for a Vectrex live stream next weekend. Yeah, but guys, I think it'd be cool if they could remake the Vectrex again with an ACL screen. Yeah, I absolutely love the Vectrex. It's one of my favorite systems I have in my collection. It's really cool. Especially when you got a multi-cart where you can load the ROMs on it. You get a lot of these really great free homebrew games, like Chris Binary Star has released some free games for it that you can play. I'm pretty addicted to that Every Day is Halloween game right now. Wow, you found a Vectrex Digger Man at the city dump. Holy cow. You saved the Vectrex from oblivion. That's awesome. That's the best kind of thing to have happen. You go to a dump, or you're driving around and you see a bunch of stuff at the curb that people get rid of, and you see like a game console sitting there. It's like, yeah. I found a Miss Pac-Man that way, a Miss Pac-Man arcade machine. I worked in Danville, Illinois, and there was a bar that was down the road. And on the way to go to the barber shop, I would drive by this bar, and you could see down the alley as you drive by. And for some reason, I was looking out my side window, and I saw a arcade machine sitting down there. It had a black side on it. So I turned the car around, and I drove down the alley, and it was a Miss Pac-Man machine. So I was like, what's this doing out here next to the dumpster? So I went into the bar and asked about it, and the guy goes, well, it doesn't work. We're just getting rid of it. I said, well, can I have it? He goes, yeah. So I borrowed my buddy's truck, and I hauled it to the house. And all that was wrong with it, it had some transistors messed up for the horizontal hold in the on the monitor. So I replaced those transistors, and the Miss Pac-Man started working. I was like, yeah, this is cool. And it was actually the one that had the speed up pack, so the Miss Pac-Man went really fast. I had that for a number of years, and I got rid of it back in 2010 to make room out here in the game cave for other stuff. But yeah, it was fun. We got some new people here. Hey, welcome to the stream, Venetio. There's Cannabis Kid. Awesome. Inti Fan is asking about any handhelds Halloween related you can review. I'm thinking about that. I don't know if I have anything or not. Yeah. That is true. One man's trash is another man's treasure, Super Brett. That's definitely true. Oh, Bartek TV had an Atari 100 XL. I got my original in the box down there. I used to write games on it. Used to sell games as well. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, the only two arcade games I had was that I had here where I live now was Miss Pac-Man and Rastan. When I lived at my other location, Indiana, I had a Tron, a Missile Command, and Centipede, and some other games that my new house didn't have enough room, so I sold them all off and only brought the Rastan with me because it was my wife's favorite game. And then, of course, I brought that Miss Pac-Man as well because she liked that one too. And eventually I had to get rid of them, like I said. They went to a good home. They went to a guy's arcade south of me, about an hour south. He has like a big garage, and he put together a little arcade out in his garage. So if I ever want to play my Rastan or my Miss Pac-Man, I just go down there and visit him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Anti-Fan. My wife likes playing the Pong games. I should do that. Do another Pong stream or something. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Let's play Pong. Oh, man. Anyway. Well, I'm glad I decided to come over here and stream on YouTube for my pickups. Got a whole lot more interaction over here, which is great. I only had one spammer, which is good. Oh, yes, was it Showbiz? Wombler's asking if I had a Showbiz near me when I was young. What was the name of that place? There was a pizza place in my hometown. I want to say it was Showbiz. It had these mechanical animals that would sing and stuff. And he had an arcade in one section of it. But I can't remember if it was called Showbiz. Maybe it was. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was a Showbiz there. Became a Chi-Chi's later on. Oh, yeah, Tetris. Yeah, my mother loved Tetris. I got a little Tetris handheld. She played it all the time. Oh, Diggerman is saying it's not normal to see a Vectrex in Sweden, so the power cord was not original on it, I think. It's from a lamp and has a power button on it. Oh, no. Chuck E. Cheese. I'm familiar with Chuck E. Cheese. I've been to a couple of those. So I don't think it was a Chuck E. Cheese. It must have been a Showbiz Pizza. Because I would remember Chuck E. Cheese. It definitely wasn't that. Super Brett Smith. Yeah, I'm originally from Indiana. Yeah. Yeah, I'm originally from Indiana. I was exiled to North Carolina. I like North Carolina. I make jokes about it, but it's nice around here. It's not too bad. I miss my hometown though. I had a lot of fun in my hometown. South Australia had downtown. Oh, that's cool, Dan. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Walmart just confirmed Showbiz does have animatronics. So yeah, I can vaguely remember them. I can remember one time I was there. I was at the arcade playing. I think I think I was playing Bagman or something, and the Bagman machine was right to the entranceway to go to the dining area where you can have the pizza and you can see the stage where the animatronics was going. And I remember hearing some kids screaming in there. I looked over, and one of the animatronics, I think it was a bear, if I remember right, it had something go wrong, and it was sitting there twitching. It was freaking out the kids. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. Well, ET fan, yeah, I'll probably do some more ColecoVision streams. I've had people ask me to do a stream off of the ColecoVision Flashback, that little tiny thing that At Games put out a few years ago. So I might stream off of that. I did make a custom controller for that to make it easier to play the games. So I might do that sometime in the near future. I've had requests to do a Super Nintendo live stream. I've got one of these Super Nintendo minis here that I found at a thrift store. It works. It's all there. So I thought maybe I'll live stream this sometime. The channel's approaching 10,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 93 something. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for a special event for the 10,000 subscriber live stream. I've considered maybe, giving away like this Super Nintendo Mini maybe, or maybe doing one of those quarter scale arcades. I've got an extra Galaga back there. I don't know if I thought about maybe doing that as a giveaway or something for my 10K level. But I haven't really decided yet what I'm going to do for that. It's still a ways away. At the current growth of the channel, it'll most likely happen sometime in March next year, April, because I think I'm only doing like 100 new subs a month right now. So 93 plus that's 700 subs I need. That's 7 months. So yeah, it's probably going to be about March. Over at 10K. And it's not a big deal. I don't really care about how many subscribers I have. I kind of hide out in the weeds of YouTube. I don't really promote the channel at all. I only post stuff to my Arcade USA page. I post over at Atari.io. And I post on my friend's webpage, Retro Gaming Roundup. That's really the only places I post my content. I don't really share stuff to groups very much at all. So my stuff doesn't really get out there, which I kind of like. I like being a small channel. Unfortunately, I am starting to attract some spammers, unfortunately, but it goes with the territory. I've been sending emails to YouTube about asking how they can address that, like maybe put a time delay on the chat so you just can't keep spamming it, or if you spam it more than 3 times with the same thing, it automatically kicks you out. They need to do something with the live stream. I have a few other friends that live stream, and they tell me they have the exact same problem. So it is kind of a bummer. You just want to have fun and talk to everybody and share your passion for what you're really into. And you always got the ones that just want to ruin it for everybody, which I don't get. All I can figure, they must be from very sad people. Oh, man. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Facebook. I totally understand that. I've actually considered going on to Squarespace and maybe starting a Arcade USA webpage. and try to build something over there where I'll post all my videos over there and have different features and things like that on the web page. I'm not very good with that kind of stuff, so I'm kind of researching it right now. If the channel gets big enough, I'll probably go ahead and do that, just to get away from Facebook, to get more people to interact, with me and be able to go to my website and see some of the stuff I'm doing. Is because I post a lot of stuff over on Facebook, and I know there's a lot of stuff that people will be interested in reading about or seeing that are not seeing it because they don't like Facebook. This would be another way, if I had a web page, that I could share that same stuff and people could go check that out and see what's going on. Man, I'm rambling a lot tonight. Holy cow. Oh, Anti-Fan is asking me about the Amico. Any quick thoughts on the Amico? Well, okay, the Amico. I've seen a lot of stuff going on with the Amico. I know some of the people behind the Amico that's going on. I've met Tommy. He's a really nice guy. He's very passionate about Intellivision. He's very passionate about video games in general, considering he writes music for games and things. He does all kinds of cool stuff behind the scenes. The Amico I'm actually kind of excited for. I did get in on the Founders Edition. I did the pre-order thing where you get I think the gold one or whatever it is. I did do that to show support. I do believe it's going to be a fairly decent system. Now, you got to keep in mind it's mainly geared, I think, for like the Wii was when it first came out, for the family gaming time, the kids and the adults and things. So it's kind of like that in my mind. It's not going after like the PS5 or the new Xbox or anything like that. It's trying to go for that little niche market that the Wii filled when it first came out. That's how I see the Amico. I've seen a few of the games. I've watched some of the games that my buddy Atari Creep has played. I've not played any of the demos yet. I think I played the Moon Patrol demo. Yeah, I did play the Moon Patrol demo. That's the one I played. But it wasn't on the Amico. It was an app that I played. I had the offer to go out to Intellivision Studios when I went out to California back in March of last year, but that's right when the pandemic started to hit. And I talked to my buddy out there, Paul, and we decided it probably wasn't a good idea for us to get together and go out there with everything that was going on. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get out there. So I'm hoping once the pandemic is over and I start traveling again across the country, I want to try to make an honest effort to go out there and visit Intellivision Studios and talk with the team out there and Tommy and everything, and probably do a video and all that good stuff. Maybe by then they'll actually be more closer to releasing it, and I'll be able to do some other stuff. It's just things I've been thinking about. But yeah, in a nutshell, Inti-Fan, I am looking forward to the Amico. I think it's going to be a fairly decent console. Something else I want to talk about real quick, that since I'm thinking about the Amico, is have you guys went over and checked out the Kickstarter for my friend's book about the Clico Chameleon, the serial entrepreneur, or whatever they call the title. I love that title that Mike James put on that. That's pretty awesome. I'm actually in that book. Unfortunately, I was involved. I got involved with that stupid fiasco, and it was a pain in the butt. It caused me a lot of problems just because I was friends with people. But it's all good now. So yeah, I don't know how I got on that subject, but yeah. Oh, Commodore 64 fan talked to Tommy. That's cool. Well, Venetio, it's kind of like, it's got some of the people from the Blue Sky Rangers on the same team. It's not like the Atari thing or anything like that. There's actually some original people film and television on there. So that's why I got such good faith in this, because it has a lot of good people in the background that a lot of people, I think, don't know about. That, I can see this coming to fruition. Smoke and Mirrors. Thanks, Ralph. Ralph RST3. Smoke and Mirrors. That's what it's called. The ups and downs of the serial entrepreneur. I love that. I love that title. It's cool. Oh, man. What else we got on here? I'm reading the chat. Sorry if I'm getting quiet. I'm reading the chat. I don't have anybody online with me tonight reading the chat for me. I'm doing a manual stream this time. What we got here? Oh, cool, Diggerman. He did a secondhand chop at a Philips VideoPack G700 and a Schmid TVG 2000. I'm not familiar with the TVG 2000. Huh. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Anybody got any other kind of questions or topics you want me to talk about here real quick? Oh, Food Critics has one here. Are there any risks to buy a fake cartridge on eBay? Or if not completely fake, then a reproduction of a manual cover with the cartridge itself was real. How to choose a seller? That's a good question. I've seen a lot of fakes on eBay. That's a problem that's becoming more prevalent. It's unfortunate that we have a lot of people that want to fake all this stuff, because it just ruins it for everybody else. You think you bought the original product and you end up finding out it was a fake. It actually happened to me. I've got a copy of I ain't gonna dig it out, it's over there. I've got a copy of Musha from my Sega Genesis. I love that game. I used to rent that game for my Sega Genesis years ago. And I found one and I bought it, and it ended up being a repro. It's like, man. And, dumb old me, I should have looked out a little bit closer. I went to Korg's, the Columbus, Ohio Retro Gaming Show up in Columbus. I think it was back in 2016, I think. I can't remember. But one of the sellers there had a bunch of Sega Genesis game, and he had that Musha cartridge in a glass case. I'm thinking, oh, it's in a glass case? Oh, man, I've been wanting that game. So I bought it, and I was all excited and happy, and I got it home, and it plays fine. It works on my Sega Genesis. It's got the game on there. And then I got to talking to people, and they're like, that's a repro. I'm like, what? And they told me to look at the cartridge shell, and yep, sure enough, it was a repro cartridge shell. And I'm like, and so now I got a fake Genesis game back there. It's like, if I ever get rid of my Sega Genesis collection, that one's just going to get smashed by a hammer, because I don't want that one getting back out there. It must be sacrificed. Indie fans also asking, what other endeavors have you been in? Books, documentaries. Well, I've got a documentary queued up on Amazon Prime right now. I just recorded the Toy Tune podcast with RK this evening. And we talked about Ben Cooper Halloween masks. Those vintage Halloween masks from Ben Cooper. We talked about some of our favorite Halloween candy and some other things we did. But there's a documentary called Halloween in a Box. And it's all about the Ben Cooper Halloween costumes. It looks like it'd be a really fun documentary to watch. So I'm looking forward to watching that here pretty soon. Yeah, Commodore fan, AliExpress does have a lot of fakes. So does Etsy. I've discovered that as well. And some of these you can't tell. I mean, it looks like the real thing, but they're not. It's like, so now when you're out retro hunting and everything, it could be really difficult to make sure you're getting the real thing. Joseph Jeanette. Any thoughts on the Atari VCS? Yes. Pfft. Yeah, I'm not too into the Atari VCS. I totally ignore that. I don't even talk about it really. I don't want to give it any other traction. Yeah, Veneto. Yeah, repros are very rampant on eBay as well. It's unfortunate. Well, NT-Fan is asking, do you collect PS1, 2, 3, or 4? If not, where did you stop your newer game systems? I have a few PS2 games. There's really the only system I really actively try to collect for is my Sega Dreamcast. I think I got almost 100 games for it right now. And I've got like 3 consoles. I got the Revision Zero. I got the one from the demo kiosks, the not for resale one, and I got another one. I can't remember what's special about it. And I got a bunch of controllers, and I got a bunch of those little memory units, because I really love the Sega Dreamcast. But I do have like GameCube, PS2. I got a ton of PS1 games back there, a whole bunch of those. I loved the PS1 when it came out. Let's see. What's the most... I do have a PS4, but I don't have very many games for it. There's very few games I buy anymore for the modern systems. I'm kind of addicted to playing Tom Clancy Breakpoint right now. I play that quite a bit on my PS4. I play Earth Defense Force. I play that on the PS4 quite a bit. Shooting them bugs. I like shooting them bugs and blowing up those buildings. If the game's got destructible environments, I'm all over it. I'm looking forward to maybe getting a hold of Star Wars Squadrons and doing some online gaming with Star Wars Squadrons with some of my friends. I want to try to do an online gaming session with my buddy Steve Benway. I want him to be like the Rebel side. I'll be the Empire side, so I can go shoot him down. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Oh, let's see what I got here. Oh, I've got some more here. Oh, Wombler, yeah. If your LCD gets screen bleed, oh, it's not good. I've not seen any good repairs for screen bleed. That's the one bad thing about LCD games. You know, like the old Microvision. I got my Microvision kept in a dark closet that's temperature controlled, because heat will just tear those LCDs up. But I'm looking forward to this project to get completed where they're making new replacement screens for the Microvision. Over in Atari Age, there's a thread about it. This guy is trying to get replacement screens made that'll be drop-in replacements. So I got 2 Microvisions here that I can get working again when that becomes available. Yeah, Tim. He said he bought a few Dreamcast reproductions. Very happy. Yeah. If you know you're going out and buy a reproduction, well, I've got a couple here. I got one. That's a reproduction. Where'd it go? Where you at? I don't use there somewhere. What did I do with it? Anyway, Propeller Arena. I always wanted that game. It got canceled because of the attack on New York, 9/11. But it's a really great flying game. It's really cool. I bought that as a reproduction just because I wanted it. I knew it was a reproduction. They told me it was a repro. So it was all above board, and it was a nice price, so I went and got it. Dino Guy 76 is asking about the Toy Shock Virtual Pinball. What do you think of the new offerings from Ad Games and Arcade 1-Up and the Star Wars table? I love pinball. I love pinball. All kinds of pinball, electronic. I don't care. I just like that kind of stuff. I love my Toy Shock pinball. Like I hear the Haunted House one. I play that quite often. It's a lot of fun. The At Games one, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the Star Wars table. I won't be able to get one because I have no room for any more stuff out here. But that Star Wars table interests me. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what At Games comes up with. I don't really buy a lot of At Games stuff. I didn't buy their stand-up arcade machine. But I'm interested to see what kind of stuff they do. I mainly get all my information from Cool Toy. I watch a lot of his videos. He covers a lot of that stuff, and he gets a lot of good information over there. And of course, when my buddy Glenn from Glenn's Retro Show, he makes video, he talks about that kind of stuff in detail as well. So that's the main two places I go to try to get information about this kind of stuff. Commodore Fan is asking, what are my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch and Switch Lite? I have never played a Switch. I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I've just not been interested in getting one for some reason. I don't know why. I don't have nothing against it. I've seen them on display at Best Buy, and I've seen games running on them. They look really cool. I've just never picked one up. I know the pinball games, I've been told, are really good on there. So, I don't know. I did see this one video where they got these like virtual Mario Karts. They got this little car you control on the ground. You got this virtual track you race down. I think that's cool. I thought that was really awesome. Oh, that's another good question, Inti Fan. He's asking, back in the day, do you ever get involved in BBSs before the web? Yes. Yes, I did. I helped set up the BBS at the local library back when they had 300 baud modems. That's really slow. I actually ran a BBS with a friend of mine. It was called Media Prism. It was in Terre Haute, Indiana. And we would get all the latest PC demos and stuff like that to get on there and shareware and things like that. It was a lot of fun to do. It was a lot of fun helping to run a BBS. Yeah, Tim, the At Games Legends Pinball does look pretty cool for $5.99. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. That's what it's called. Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Thanks, Commodore Fan. I couldn't remember the name. And yeah, it's $100 a pop. Yes, it is. It's not cheap. But it looks really cool, though. I thought it was really neat. Oh, I didn't know that, Cannabis Kid. Cannabis Kid is saying, did you know that the Akron, Ohio Zoo has a working sound-disabled upright Frogger machine? The money collected from it goes to help certain programs in the zoo. That's cool. If you're ever there, take a picture of it or something like that. It'd be kind of cool to see and share it over or send it to me or something. I like that kind of stuff. I had no idea they were doing that. You know, anything that helps, animals and things like that, I'm all for it. Yes, AT fan, C64 300 baud modem. Awesome. Yeah. Watch each dot letter appear on the screen. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. I still remember getting on AOL with my 56K baud modem. You've got mail. Yay! Now, in these days, instead of being excited you got an email, now it's like, I've got a letter. Yay! No, RA71 Net Zero, I don't have the Boardwalk mini arcade games. I decided not to get those. I decided just to stick with the little miniature video arcade machines, and I avoided the Boardwalk. I did pick up the Pinball because it was the pinball game, but I gave that away to a buddy of mine. He wanted it more than me. Oh, Anti-Fan's asking, what did you think of the 2010 remake of Tron Legacy? There may be a third in the works currently. I'm a big fan of Tron. I remember when Tron first came out in the movie theater. My brother took me to go see it, and back then it totally captured my imagination. I thought it was an absolutely great movie when it came out. I loved it. The Tron Legacy in 2010. I enjoyed that one too. The graphical effects for Jeff Bridges was kind of off-putting a little bit, but overall it had a good story, and I kind of liked it. I kind of like how it showed the progression of, the early Tron universe and how everything progressed up until the modern age, and all the stuff was more different looking and everything. I thought it had a really cool story behind it. If they make a third one, I'll be all over that one as well. Oh, that's cool, Begallus. You got a Atari Video Pinball C380 in good working condition. I love that little console. I got both versions. I got the wood grain and the white one in the box. You can't. Oh, yeah, you can. Right there they are. There's the white one, and there's the wood grain one. I always have loved those little consoles. They're a lot of fun. A lot of fun to play. They're really good to have in any Atari collection. Yes, Wombler, those darn discs were everywhere. Yeah. Every day in the mail, you say, I got another disc. Oh, AOL, there's another one. Get piles of those AOL discs all over the place. Oh, that's cool, Jordan. Named his kid after Tron. Flynn. That's awesome. Now get him a t-shirt that says Flynn's Arcade and everything. That'd be kind of awesome. I do too, Cannabis Kid. I also have the movie Tron on PSP. It's back there on my shelf. It's one of the few movies I have for my PSP. Oh, that's cool, Begallus. That Video Pinball, that white one he got, was his first introduction to video games when he was 6. That's cool. That's not a bad game to start with. You got Breakout on there, and I think it has like a kind of a basketball type game, if I remember right. It has the Video Pinball. It's actually a neat little dedicated console. I only wish they put like a Street Racer game on there. Since they have the paddle, it would have been cool if they put Street Racer on there as well. That would have been awesome. Benson, Commodore Fan was named after the TV show. Clayton, that's funny. That's cool though. Oh man, how long's this been going on? Jeez. Holy cow. I've been almost here for an hour. Jeez Louise. Well, this definitely was better than my Twitch stream, that's for sure. A whole lot more people over here. So I guess I better change my announcement for the TurboGrafx Mini for Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern to this instead of my Twitch. So I have to make sure I make that change. So I got people going over there going, hey, where'd he go? So I'm over here. Yes, Wombler. I mentioned before my brother took me to go see Star Wars for my birthday. Yes. Unfortunately, my brother passed away from cancer about 10 years ago. Yeah, I think it was around 2010. A little bit earlier than that. I think it was 2009 or 8. He was like 13 years older than me. He passed away, which is unfortunate because we used to play video games all the time together. Matter of fact, I was talking about Pong earlier. When Pong first came out, I was only, how old was I? I was 8, if I remember right. I think I was 8 years old when Pong came out, 8 or 9. And they had a Pong machine at the local bar near the college campus where he was going to college at. And he talked to the owner there about smuggling me in so I could play Pong with him. So he got me smuggled into this place so we could play Pong together. And I thought that was the most awesome thing. Here I am, this kid, in this bar playing Pong with my brother. Good times. It was such good times. R71 Net Zero. He's asking, when's the next Eagle One podcast coming out? Whenever I can get Rick wrangled up. Rick's been pretty busy, as well as I. I've had a lot of people asking about doing another Eagle One Space 1999 podcast. We've only got like 2 episodes, I think, 2 or 3. It's gotten a lot of downloads, so I know there's people enjoying it. We just got to get the time together to do another one. So, yeah, I'm trying to get that on the hit list. What I'll probably try to do is I'll probably try to get that done before I do another Vetrix Radio or an Atari Visions. I'll try to get an Eagle One podcast put together and get out there. AT-Fans asking, what did you think of Ready Player One? I absolutely loved Ready Player One. I bought the DVD, the Blu-ray of it. I absolutely love that movie. It's awesome. It's so cool. Oh, I didn't know about a Ready Player 2. I'm really out of touch. Yeah, probably in an empty theater, yeah. Well, at least 30% capacity. My local theater here finally opened up, and they're putting people about every 4th seat. Boom, boom, boom. I haven't gone to see a movie yet, but I know a guy that owns the movie. I know a guy that works at the movie theater. And he was telling me that how they were putting them in there and stuff. So, Jordan is asking, do you think that new Pong console will have multiple games? I would hope it would. If it just has Pong, I think that's a missed opportunity. If they could put some of the other Atari paddle games on there, like Breakout, Warlords, 2-player Warlords or something. There's a lot of stuff they can do with that little console if they think about it. But from what I've seen, it looks like it's only going to have Pong, which I think that's a big missed opportunity. I was watching the video. I was kind of hoping to see like a little SD card slot or something like that. I didn't see anything like that. So unless they have a way of uploading new stuff to it through like a USB power connection or something, I think it's only going to have Pong on it. You tried Twitch too, Commodore fan. Yeah, I'm just not getting the engagement over here as I do on the YouTube over here. Probably because I've been on the YouTube stream a whole lot longer, and people are more attuned to that. And I think a lot of them prefer me do it over here than over on Twitch anyway. Which is unfortunate because I've done 2 streams over on Twitch, but I've actually uploaded the videos over here to YouTube so you guys can see that, what I did over there. My local theater's Regal too, Commodore fan. Mine is actually going to close down. They're actually going to close my Regal up. I got another movie theater here in town, AMC. They're still open. And yeah, my wife and I, we got one of these really big curved TVs in the front room. And we pretty much just like watching movies at home. It's almost like being at the movie theater. Oh, how many people we got in here now? There's a whole lot of people asking questions. Oh, that's cool. There's quite a few people in here. That's awesome. Yeah, I heard AMC is on the rocks too. I mean, in this day and age right now, there's a drive-in movie theater about an hour and a half away from me, and that place is sold out all the time. They really need to bring back drive-in movie theaters. I think you'd make a killing at that right now. Well, anti-fans asking, what is your favorite thing about going to retro gaming expos? The arcade setups, the panels? I would have to say my favorite part of a retro gaming expo is probably going to be the game room. The one I ran out in Las Vegas for Classic Gaming Expo 2014 that was held out there. I ran the console game room, and that was an absolute blast. Had a great time doing that. And the only other retro gaming show I've actually been to multiple times is the Korgs, the Columbus, Ohio Retro Gaming Show up in Columbus, Ohio. I've been to that 3 times now, and that's a good time too. Mainly what I liked about that was all the interaction of everybody at the show, going around and looking at the tables and everything, see about cool stuff. Funny story about Korgs, the last one I went to. I'm there with Rick Reynolds from the Intellivisions podcast, and we're sharing a table together. Got Arcade USA on one side and Television Areas on the other side. And we're sitting there just looking at all the tables and everything. It's before the show opened, and I watched this one Nuon console. It changed hands 4 times before the doors opened. I saw this one guy go, "Oh, look at this! He bought it. It'd go over to this table." This guy would be walking around, he'd buy it, and it'd go over to this table. Another guy comes by, "Oh, he bought it, and went to this table." So it started at one price and got raised 4 times before the door even opened. It was funny. Like, check this out, man. That same thing is moving around the show floor before the door opens up. They're shuttling things between the tables. Oh, that's cool, Wombler. He lives 20 minutes away from a 5-screen drive-in. Oh, yeah. I love the drive-in. I used to go to the drive-in a lot when my wife and I were dating. It was so much fun. That's back when you had the... I don't know if you're old enough to remember, but the drive-ins I went to, you had this big metal speaker that would hang on the windowsill. That's what we had. Now they do it through your car radio. Yeah, Jordan, the drive-in movie theater I'm talking about, it's over by Raleigh. That's the one I'm talking about. Ooh. Yes, Inti fan, I was on Usenet, and I was in the RGVC thread. What did I go by back then? I can't remember what my handle was. It was either Oops, OOPS. I don't think I was using the VNA guy back then. I just can't remember what handle I used. I want to say it was Oops, but I can't remember. But yeah, I did a lot on Usenet. Oh man, well, this has been going on for like an hour. Oh, you're over in Asheville. Oh, sorry, Jordan. Oh man, there's a great pinball museum over in Asheville. I got to go visit that sometime. I keep driving through Asheville on my way to Knoxville all the time, but I've never stopped to check out the pinball museum in Asheville. I got to do that. I've been to the video game store there. The guy has like 2 complete in the box Bally Astrocades. He wants like $300 a piece for them or something. And he had this sewing machine from Nintendo. You put a cartridge in that makes designs and stuff. He had that too. It's pretty awesome. Q-Link. I remember Q-Link, Commodore fan. Yeah. BBSs were a lot of fun back then. You could call in. You could chat with the SciSop. As it progressed, you had like games you can play, and it was pretty cool. Oh man, Jordan's been to the pinball museum. That's awesome. I've got to go there. I've seen pictures of it. I've seen a couple videos, and I'm a big pinball fanatic. So I definitely got to stop there. I got to make time to stop there sometime. Yeah, I'll try to make a video Commodore fan if I go there. I've had a lot of requests from other viewers to start making my arcade videos again, where I used to go to an arcade and video it and talk to the owner and stuff. I've not done that in years. I've had a lot of people ask me to do that again. I just, not a lot of time, unfortunately. Oh, Food Creeks is asking, how many years have you collected this kind of stuff? I've been actively collecting since I want to say the late 90s is when I actually started. When I got no, early 2000s. What got me interested in collecting is a buddy of mine was having a yard sale, and he had a ColecoVision that he was putting out for sale that had turbo, the driving controller, and a bunch of games. And I'd never owned a ColecoVision back when they originally came out. And I bought it off of him, came home, hooked it up, started playing it, fell in love with it, and then I started buying ColecoVision games. And that just one thing led to another. I was thinking, I had a lot of cool Atari 2600 games growing up, so I bought an Atari 2600, started buying games for it, and the madness took hold, and I started going to game shops and things and started picking stuff up, and now I got this freaking mess behind me now. But it's a fun hobby. It's pretty cool. I've been trying to only collect things that either I have a memory about, a sentimental attachment or something like that, or maybe it's something I always wanted that I never got when I was younger. I'll tend to pick stuff up like that. Right now I'm going through a clean out. I got like 4 boxes down there on the floor of stuff I'm mailing out to different people as surprise packages. I like doing that. It's a lot of fun. What we got here? I'm glad you're enjoying it, Final Boss Music. This was not planned for my YouTube stream at all. I was over on Twitch earlier, so I'm kind of glad I decided to do this. I've been having a good time talking with everybody here in the chat. AT fans asking another question here. How often do you open retro handhelds and find acid on the batteries? Just happened to my Master Merlin. Oh no! Yeah, that actually happens a lot. I had a Safari game that I picked up. It was a VFD game that the batteries had corroded so bad that they were stuck in there. They were so swelled and corroded. And that recent game I just picked up, I made a video on that, Turbo Raceway from Radio Shack. It had a battery that was swelled up and stuck in its battery compartment. And that Y-Wing I'm getting ready to make a video on while I'm on vacation this week. I'm going to do a restoration video. It had batteries in it that were all swelled up. I'm like, man. That's the only bad thing about, buying these old electronics is sometimes the batteries are left in. They get all sulfated. They swell up. They corrode the living daylights out of the terminals. Sometimes it's so bad, you got to find a way to replace those terminals. I think I've done a couple videos where I did that, where I replaced terminals on a game I picked up. But yeah, when I'm out and about collecting at flea markets or thrift stores or even at game stores, if I pick up an electronic game, the first thing I do is I flip that puppy over, pop open that battery compartment, and go, okay, and take a good look at it. And if it's all corroded, then I start negotiating a price. Like, look at this. This thing's all corroded. You can't sell it for this. Try to get it cheaper. Then I fix it. A vintage Willie. Awesome. Yes, Dan. Dan Ruff is asking, in your travels, have you been to the Pinball, PA, near the Pittsburgh airport? Over 420. Yes, I have. I have been there. I had a really long layover. I had like an 8-hour layover once when I was flying through Pittsburgh. So I just left the building, caught a taxi, went to that pinball place for a couple hours, and took a taxi back to the airport. That's a great pinball place too, man. Diggerman is asking, make 360 video. Ooh. Oh, you want me to do like a video where you can see all the way around when I'm in the arcade? Is that the kind of video you're talking about, Diggerman? Everclear 1102 is asking, have you ever been to the Pinball Museum in Las Vegas? Yes, I have. Multiple times. Love that place. They're actually building a new building out there. So I'm really looking forward to visiting the place again when he gets his new building all set up. Love the pin. They had this one pinball game there. They had 2 pinball games I really enjoyed that I've never seen before. They had a 2-player joust pinball where you sit on opposite sides of the table and you can shoot the ball back and forth. That's pretty cool. And they had one called Circus that was like a vertical pinball. It was like a Rube Goldberg machine. The pinball would run around and do these different things. It was pretty awesome. Oh, yeah. NES Micro Machines. Yeah. A Commodore fan, he's got a Q*bert and a Pac-Man tabletop that need major... I love the Q*bert. I got Q*bert right back there behind my head. Right there. I did a restoration on that. I put new decals. The decals were all torn and faded. So I got some new decals and re-decaled that Q*bert. Well, that's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people that would probably like to have the parts from that Pac-Man. Commodore fan. Walmer's asking, have you ever done any repairs on Dark Tower units? Yes. Yes, I have. The Dark Tower I have back there on the shelf, I had to fix it. I actually got a spare Dark Tower sitting over there. That has the circuit board out of it. I'm going to do something. The circuit board wasn't repairable. The actual chip on the circuit board went bad. So I want to try to do something special with that. I'm thinking about making like a little display of it where I can spin the inside really slow with a light inside to see all the different panels. And maybe put like a little LED clock or something at the top. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet or not. Oh, that's a really good question, Net Zero. What is your favorite Mattel handheld game? Are you missing any in your collection? It's going to be kind of hard to pick a favorite handheld. I've got quite a few of them. I even got that very rare one, Missile Attack, which is up behind the... It's right there. I was so happy to get Missile Attack. I'm missing Skiing, which is even more rare than Missile Attack. So I doubt if I ever get that one. But I'm saying my favorite one is probably going to be this one right here. Battlestar Galactica Space Alert. I used to carry this with me all over the place when I was a kid. Loved that game. Followed up by this one. The Football 2. Love this one as well. I still carry this around with me every once in a while when I'm traveling. You get a lot of weird looks on the plane playing that. What are you playing? I'm playing Football 2 by Mattel. No, Shelcod, I've not been to the Sparks Pinball Museum in New Baltimore, Michigan. I've not really heard about it until just now, so I'll have to write that down and research it and see where it's at. So if I'm in the area, I can check it out. No, Commodore fan, I don't really collect Tiger LCD games. I think I've had a couple here in the past. I can't remember who made those little keychain, Kaboom and Defender. Was that Tiger? I've got a couple of those over there. But the games I like to collect the most are the LED games or the VFD games. I very rarely will collect a LCD-based game unless it's something I absolutely love, like the Mattel Electronics Dungeons and Dragons, that little red one I got back there on the shelf. I had that. Played that game a lot in homeroom and in study hall. It was a lot of fun. Okay, guys. Wow, it's almost 11:30. I'm getting tired. Anyway, I'm glad everybody was able to come by. Loved all these questions and everything. Had a really good time. Like I said, I want to try to stream at 4 o'clock Eastern on this coming Sunday, October 25th, doing the TurboGrafx Mini. So if you guys come for that, you can ask me more questions then while I'm playing games. If you have any games you'd like for me to play on the TurboGrafx Mini, let me know. I plan on playing of course, I got to play Galaga 90. That's one of my favorite games on TurboGrafx. And I'll probably play Alien Crush, that pinball game, so I love pinball games. Probably play Devil's Crush. And there's a few other TurboGrafx games I absolutely love to play, like Blazing Lasers, things like that. So anyway, I hope to see some of you back then if you have time Sunday afternoon. If it's raining where you're at, or you just don't want to go outside, you want something to kill some time, come on by the stream and do some more chatting. Been a lot of fun. Keith Courage. I haven't played Keith Courage in a long time. Legendary Axe. Oh, yeah. I like that one. That's a good suggestion, Cannabis Kid. Anyway, until next time, everyone, thank you for watching.